because communication is so low in a lot of marriages or relationships, we truly don't know each other.
Yep.
You know, and I can remember having conversations with Tynia where I thought one thing, but it was totally something opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll never know until you ask. You know,
you'll never know until you ask.
Yeah.
Stop making assumptions.
Everybody, and welcome to another episode of Marriage Matters. This is a show where we talk about marriage matters because
marriage matters.
Because marriage matters.
Yeah.
So our goal each week is just to bring you some tips and tricks that'll help you in your marriage, but also in any other relationship. I guess maybe we can say it's a relationship podcast.
That's a good word. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Relationships. All relationships.
All relationships. So we just want to help you enhance whatever you got going on right now in your life. If you're watching for the very first time, my name is Glenn Coleman, and I'm joined as always by my beautiful wife.
Hello, I'm Tynia Coleman.
Yeah, and so this week we want to just share with you a tool, a tip.
There you go.
And it can be a trick.
If you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a lot of times when we talk about marriage or relationships, especially romantic relationships, people often talk about, spontaneity and you want to be spontaneous. And I mean, spontaneity has its place.
Sure.
But I always say that, it's better to have a plan than to wait for spontaneity, because sometimes if you're just waiting on spontaneity, it'll never happen, because life, especially depending on which season you're in, if you have little kids, both of you are working, you don't have time for spontaneity. So, I was talking to our friend Adam Chasson the other day. And do you realize in 5 to 6 years, we're going to be empty nesters?
I do realize that. And I said because I realize it often.
That's exciting and frightening all at the same time.
Yes, I'm working through my emotions on that.
And it's exciting because, it'll be us again. And we get to just kind of really concentrate on us even more. But it's frightening because our babies,
we're sending
they're
our
not babies anymore.
Out into the world.
They are. They'll always be my baby. Yes. Okay, anyway. All right. But anyway, so, a lot of people will say, it's about being spontaneous. But, we found that, it's great to have a tool. And so we're going to give you a tool today that's going to help you engage.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Sometimes, we talk about communication, and really it's like sometimes it's hard to communicate. I don't know if it's just the day and age we live in because we're so inundated with technology and we're so used to especially now in the pandemic, we've gotten so accustomed to this virtual world. Maybe we just don't know how to engage with people. And I know even with our family, with our family, and it's not that it's a bad thing, because I know sometimes you and I, like, we'll take a trip, we'll drive to Lafayette, right? And it's an hour and 15 minutes. And we'll just sit there and not say anything to each other. And it's not that we're not talking to each other. It's just that we're listening to a podcast, or we're just okay with just being with each other. But I think also you don't want that to be a habit. You want to be able to engage. So today we're going to give you a tool that's going to help you engage and
have fun.
Enjoy each other. So, and then the other thing we were talking the other day about how sometimes you don't have the time. We talked about that. Sometimes you don't have the money. Maybe you're in a situation where you've been affected by COVID and you don't have the money. You want to do date night, but maybe you don't have the money, or you're in lockdown. And so like the trip that you planned, you couldn't take the trip. You get away because, the resort you were going to is shut down or whatever. So you have to be creative. And I think that this app, which is the Anatomy of Marriage app, it has some tools to help you be creative. And we've used this app before. We've talked about it before on this podcast. But the Anatomy of Marriage app, it was developed by Seth and Melanie Studley. And they have a really great podcast as well, the Anatomy of Marriage podcast.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I listen to it. We listen to it all the time. And so this app is available in the App Store, on Google Play, all of the things. So we're going to just get into it.
Yeah.
And what we're going to really concentrate on today is the conversation starters.
Yeah, we're going to demonstrate how that works.
Kind of show you how that works.
Right. You want to talk a little bit about the app?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So the app, there's a free version and then there's a paid version. By
the way, we have the free version.
Yeah.
We don't have the paid version. Maybe we'll do that one day. But shout out to Seth and Melanie. I don't know why I keep want to say. I want to call her another name, but anyway,
it's Melanie.
Melanie for making this tool available for free. Even the free version has a lot, but you get so much more. So I'm gonna shut up and let Tynia talk about that.
It's okay. I was like, let you do your thing. So anyway, just to kind of promote a little bit of what the app is all about. It helps you to become a better communicator, build deeper intimacy, spark meaningful conversations, bring back the romance. Who doesn't want to do that, right? Overcome difficulties together. And it is 100% research based. So I know for sure that Seth is a licensed therapist, counselor. I think he's an LMFT, licensed marriage and family therapist. Melanie, I'm not quite sure. I know she's degreed and she's a certified coach. I think they're kind of like us.
Yeah, I think she has a degree in like communication.
Right.
She said,
So very kind of similar dynamics, which is pretty cool. Anyway, that's what you get on the free, which is a lot. There are a lot of resources there. If you go to what they call the premium, it's actually like $39.99 for the year or $6.99 per month. They have lots of modules and tools there, expert Q&As. You can actually sync your app with your spouse's app. So you both can have it on your phone, sync it, and kind of play some games and do some things together in there. You actually can do a 7-day free trial. So maybe we'll do that and kind of delve into it to see what all is there so we can share the fun that we have with it. So there's expert videos, hundreds of conversation starters, bedroom games like the Battle Strip. Interesting. And so much more. So anyway, very, very cool app built for married couples, really to enhance your marriage and make it better. So we are going to utilize.
And before we go, I just want to say that we're not getting anything for this.
Not at all.
We're not getting any kickback. So if you do decide to get the paid version, which I think it's around $40 a year.
$39.99 a year or $6.99 a month.
So we're not getting it. We just love the app and we wanted to just share it as a tip or a trick or a tool
to enhance your
marriage. That's all T's.
They're all T's.
All right.
T.
Okay. And you're a T.
Yeah. T's are terrific.
So anyway, I just wanted you to know that we're not promoting it. We just want to share it because we've used it in the past and we like it and we're going to use it today. So
So we're going to go ahead and get started. Basically, getting to the conversation starters is actually a cool little map thing on here. And I'm going to go to the toolbox, right?
Yep. You had it.
If I can get that close. And you just go to the toolbox, click conversation starters. There are instructions for you. And when you hit, there's a drop down box. When you hit that, and you have different categories. There's family, intimacy, just for fun, our story. We're just going to focus on the just for fun.
Yeah. So and what this is conversation starter. So it's basically just questions to ask each other, just to spark conversation. And so we're going to go through a couple of these. Like Tynia said, we're going to do the just for funs. And another,
we have not prepared for this.
We don't know what questions we're going to get. So, we're being very open, honest, vulnerable, maybe. And there's a feature on there where you can randomize the question. So we're going to do the random. So we're going to just hit random.
Yep.
And so you want to start?
Yep. All right. So here we go. If you achieved all of your goals tomorrow, what would you do next?
If I achieved all of my goals tomorrow, what would I do next? I would work the things that I've achieved. And then I'm pretty sure as I work in those areas, then other things will present themselves as a result of me, the goals that I've achieved. Does that make sense?
Okay, so other opportunities will come up as a result of you achieving those goals.
Of achieving those goals. So like,
you would continue to work through. Yeah, so all like
having a real estate investing company, achieving that goal is going to present other opportunities. Sure, and I just don't think. I don't think we'll ever get to the place where we say, "Oh, okay, we're here." Right. I just don't see that for us.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. All right. Next question.
All right, so I'm going to ask you this one. If you bought a boat, what would you name it?
If I bought a boat, never thought about buying a boat.
Would it be Jenny, like Forrest Gump?
No.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't the name of his boat.
Yes, it was.
It was Jenny?
Yeah, the girl that he was in love with for all of his life.
Okay, I'm thinking about him and Bubba Gump.
That was the company.
That was the company. Okay. Yeah. All right. So back to the.
So if you bought a boat, what would you name it? Go ahead. Answer the question.
I would name it Papa.
For those of you who don't know, my nickname is Papa. Yeah.
Yeah. Papa on the water.
Big Papa to her.
Yeah. I'm just going to go along with you today. Go ahead.
Okay. So now it's your turn. It's your turn.
Okay. If you could get a degree in anything, what would you study and why?
If I could get a degree in anything. You know what? At this phase in my life, I was thinking about this the other day. If I would go back to school, I really think I would study psychology.
Good. I like that one.
Because I'm just really, doing what we do. I've just really become fascinated with what makes people tick, or and maybe not psychology. Maybe I need to find a specific, I don't know, but it would be something to do with human, maybe not psychology, but it would have something to do with human behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah. So that's what I would.
All right. You take the next one.
Okay.
I didn't change it.
Oh, okay. This is a good one. If you could go back in time, what age would you be and why?
That is a good question. If I could go back in time, I would go back to I gotta stay there.
I don't know. It just says if you could go back in time, what age would you go back to and why? What age would you be and why?
Okay. I probably would go back to 20.
Okay.
Because at 20, being a young adult and just starting to find your way in the world, because of what I know now, there's so many things that I would do differently, or tell my 20-year-old self to do differently, and having more confidence and being braver and having more courage to do things that I was afraid to do then. I would definitely,
That's what I was going to say 22. Because that's when we got married. And the same thing is like, oh man, if we could go back and I could say, do some things different. Right. I definitely would. So yeah. I often think about that, if what would I tell my younger self? Yeah. So, okay, cool deal. Next question.
What is your biggest regret in life?
Man, my biggest regret. It's not a moment, but my biggest regret to this point is not betting on myself more and taking chances on me more. That's what I would, because I just feel like a lot of times I played it safe a lot in life for whatever reason. But I would want to take more chances, you know?
Yeah. I think that question and the last question were very similar.
Yeah.
You know, I think they work together, and I already changed the question. So.
Okay. All right. Okay. This is kind of just, what are you devoted to?
What am I devoted to? I am devoted to God. I'm devoted to my family, you and the girls, and I am devoted to becoming my best self.
Okay. I like it. I was like, she better say me, but I'm included in that family.
Yeah, I said family.
I know, I'm just saying. When you were thinking it, I was like, okay, you gotta think that hard?
No, I didn't have to think that hard. I was just like, how do I want to say it?
Oh, okay. I'm just checking. Okay, next question.
And it was not in no chronological order either. You know, I know I said God first.
That was a good order.
Yeah.
That was a good order.
Anywho, just for fun. What are you most excited about right now?
What am I most excited about? Actually, I'm most excited about right now is it's like the thing that I'm most excited about, and the thing that kind of keeps me up at night is we're in a season of our life where we're starting some new things, you know, like with the new office and starting with the establishing the kitchen table coaching and counseling here in the Lake Charles area. So it's like all this possibility. So wait, what was the question?
What are you most excited about right now?
Yeah. So
excited about.
So yeah, that it's like I'm excited to see, you know, what that's gonna look like.
Right.
You know, and what that's gonna bring. It's like just a newness, and it's like possibilities are endless. I'm excited that we are getting this opportunity to like, and going back to the other question, to bet on ourselves. So yeah, that's I'm excited about. I'm excited about just, even like I said in the beginning, was this podcast. Was it this, or was it the first one we started about us being empty nesters?
You said that was this one.
Okay. All right. We had to restart the podcast, so I didn't remember. But I'm excited about that. I'm excited about just moving forward and just what the future holds. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited about all of what you just said. Definitely excited about it. It is that a little bit of that nervous sighted, as you know, the kids say. You're a little nervous about it, but excited about it. All of the things that you just said. And when I think about the becoming empty nester things, you know, of course I have my mom emotions about it and releasing these two amazing young ladies into the world. And my mom emotions, you know, I get a little sad and teary, but I'm also excited just to see what they're going to do.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? So, yeah, cool stuff. All right. Next one is
mine. Okay. All right. Oh, this is good. This is actually a growth challenge question. What are you pretending to know? Shout out to Growth Challenge.
Yes. Okay.
What are you pretending not to know?
What am I pretending not to know? This answer may not sound humble.
Don't
judge it.
No, let it out.
Okay. That when I step into my thing, it's going to be amazing. Because God, I feel like I've been sitting on it for so long that when I step into it, and it's not me, it's just like,
why is it not you?
It is me. It's me and God. Yeah. That it's just going to be amazing. That's the thing that I'm pretending not to know. It takes me back to that Marianne Williamson poem, quote that I like so much. You know, And she talks about who are you not to, you know. So anyway.
Okay. That's a good, that's a very, when you ask people that question, it takes people back.
Yeah.
And it causes you to, you know, really look introspectively, which I don't think we do.
We don't do. I don't think most people do it enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and that's how I ask you guys, what are you pretending not to know?
That's such a good question.
Because, and what we mean by that is like, you know something about yourself. Like Tynia said, and it amazes me. And especially I'm the same way because it's like, I don't want to look like I'm conceited
boasting or you
know, but it's like, you're pretty freaking phenomenal. You know, that's what you're pretending not to know. You know? Okay. Yeah. All right. Next question.
And we got to do better with that. Like,
we do.
It always imposter syndrome stuff. Man.
We do. Okay. I'm getting better.
Yes.
I'm getting better.
We are getting better. I'm getting better too. What are your deepest values?
My deepest values. I'll say this one off the top. Authenticity.
Yeah.
Is one of my deepest. For me, I have to be authentic. I have to be me. I can't, I don't like it. I feel like I've tried to fit in every other place for so long in my life that at this place in my life, I just cannot no longer wear the mask or be with other people, be other people's idea of who I should be. You know,
I'm gonna take it to church there.
So authenticity is just being the true me, and I value authenticity in others.
Yes.
And when I feel very the only word that comes to mind is dirty. When I feel myself not being authentic, I have a conversation with myself very quickly and say, that's not, you don't have to do that. You don't have to pretend. Just say what you would say. Don't say what they want to hear. Say what you would say. Talk how you know what I'm saying. So I would say that right at this phase in my life, that's the value, and there's some others, but that's the one that's really at the top of the list. Yeah,
that's
authenticity.
Good. Yeah, and I know that to be true for you. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do a few more. Let's see here. So this one is kind of the same thing, but it's what are your values and are you being true to them? I'm not going to ask. We'll skip that one because that's kind of talking about. I don't like that one either.
So you can just skip if you don't like a question.
Okay. What could you do all day and not consider it a waste of time?
Ooh. What could I do all day and not consider it a waste? Spending time with you guys, with my family, for sure. I don't ever think that that's a waste of time because I think when we have the opportunity to spend quality time together, doing things outside of the house, away from the technology, and just really enjoying something together, that's never a waste of time for me.
Okay.
Yeah. If it was something that I did by myself, like I love self-assessment. I like, to take courses on, like I'm in the process of doing something with the Enneagram and all this kind of stuff. So that's fun to me. Yeah. So that is definitely not a waste of time. So yeah. What could you do today that is outside of your comfort zone?
What could I do today? I guess I don't know. Should I say something that I that's available to me today to do?
It doesn't say it has to be available to you today. It says, what should you do today? That's outside of your comfort zone. What could you do today that is outside of your comfort zone?
That's what I say when I say could. Does that mean, okay, I could actually go and do it? Because, well, let me see. Let me just answer the question.
Don't judge it. Don't judge it.
Okay. What could I do today that's outside of my comfort zone? Create a TikTok video.
Okay. Let's do it. I've been wanting to create a TikTok video for Marriage Matters.
I'll do this, but like the whole TikTok thing.
Yeah.
I gotta do, all that. Yeah. Bailey probably would have a heart attack.
Her and Bethany.
So that's outside.
Like, delete your TikTok account today.
So that would be outside of my comfort zone.
Okay.
Yeah. My turn.
Yes, it is your turn. I'm sorry. I changed the question if you want to do that one.
What did people think you should be when you grew up?
Oh, Lord. People have thought I should be so many different things. My mom wanted me to be a nurse because she said you would always have a job in the medical
field. I could not see you being a nurse.
I could not see me being a nurse either.
You would not.
I would not.
I tell you what, though. That would be the cleanest hospital. Bar none. I tell you that. It would be sterilized.
It would be like so hard for me to move on from patient to patient. Like, oh my God, like I'm the people I bond and just do all the things, which is why I became a therapist, I guess. What else? I've had a nurse. I've had bank manager. I've had preacher, which I feel like I do that in my daily life. I've had.
You are a preacher, Rev.
I've had so many different things, like school administrator, just all sorts of stuff that people have suggested, oh, you'd be great at this. All kinds of things. Mm-hmm. But God knew. Mm-hmm. And it took me a while to figure it out, but here we are. Yeah, and
you had read to me, and I say this about Tynia all the time, she's one of the things that I admire about her is her willingness to, which is kind of weird because we were talking about this the other day of talking about rigidity. Mm-hmm. Is that a word?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you were saying how one of your and I don't know if I could share the conversation about, I'm not gonna say the person.
Oh yeah, my supervisor.
Yeah, saying that you were such a rigid person, and she is. Mm-hmm. She's very. I'm the clown. I'm the joke around type mm-hmm. person. She's not. She's very like. She'll joke, but usually she's like, I have to pull her there. Mm-hmm. But the thing about her is when it comes to like just your career, you've kind of like, you've gone with the flow and you went from being a banker to a school teacher to
church administrator.
So
school teacher. Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the things. And you had shared with me a post mm-hmm. that Bianca had shared about how a lot of times, when we ask kids that, what do you want to be when you grow up? And we have this picture of, you have to decide at 10 years old what you're going to be and be that for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. And who said that
right.
that has to be,
right. That's true. Not true for most people.
Yeah.
And so I used to ask the question to kids. Now I've stopped asking them the question. I'll ask, maybe what are some things that you want to do? What interests you? Like we're going through this process right now with Bethany. She's a junior and she's trying to figure out what she wants to do with her future. And so I'm like, you really don't have to decide right now. Mm-hmm. You can explore different things that, maybe look for a college that does not let you major. There are some schools that won't let you major until your junior year. And so they want you to explore all of these different avenues, because if you think about the development of the brain, like it's not fully developed until you're 21, 22, something like that. And so to make a young person make a choice about what they want to do with the rest of their life. Yeah. Like who knew that? Did you know
that? No. I mean, I knew I knew what I was passionate about. Yeah. But
was that your career choice?
No.
Yeah. No. And so why not?
Yeah, because I didn't think that I could, we talked about that the other night. I didn't think I could, I didn't know that was available for me.
Right. And so why not it be more about what are you passionate about? What do you enjoy that brings you deep fulfillment? You know what I mean? And maybe that could be an option for you to look into. Yeah. But not that you have to know right now. You got to sign up and major in this or that. Because I went from majoring in business, because I thought I was going to live in New York as a single businesswoman and run something. I went from that to psychology, to having a really rough semester. And so I didn't do well in school then, to moving here and going to Suella, got a degree in computer systems coordination. I wasn't interested in that. I was just trying to get out of school.
That is so funny, because you are not the technology person at all. Sorry. God's about to get me. I was about to say something. No. But I was going to say, maybe if you would have stuck with that, you would be more proficient in technology, though. Because that's what your job is going to be. That's what I was going to say. Anyway. So
anyway,
let's do one more. Let's do one more round. You ask me one more, and I'll ask you one more. Okay. We'll stop.
We're in all around the mulberry bush. I don't know if maybe this is a similar question.
Okay. Well, you can.
I'll skip it.
Okay.
What do other people always thank you for?
For being helpful.
For being helpful?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I enjoy helping others.
So. Do you get a lot of people showing their appreciation for that?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
Short, sweet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I should have chose another question.
Just the next question.
What?
What do people ask for help with? What do people ask for your help with?
Oh gosh.
What do people ask for your help with?
And not just because now I'm doing counseling, but it has been a theme throughout my life of people just asking random advice or asking for my ear, for me to listen. That has been just a theme throughout my life. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was going to choose another category, but for some reason, it's not.
Won't let you?
Let's see, let me go back here. I was going to say maybe we do one more from, we'll just end it there. Anyway, but that's a great app. And just in that little, you can see, and we really didn't go into detail on a lot of those questions, but you could see how just one or two of those questions could really
build a conversation.
Yeah, build a conversation. And the crazy thing is like, because communication is so low in a lot of marriages or relationships, we truly don't know each other.
Yep.
And I can remember having conversations with Tynia where I thought one thing, but it was totally something opposite. And you'll never know until you ask.
You'll never know until you ask.
Yeah.
Stop making assumptions.
There's a scripture, I think it's like 2 Corinthians, like 8:9 or 9:8, something like that. It talks about how no man knows what another man thinks except for the spirit of that man. So it's like, we are not mind readers. So you can never assume anything, even with your spouse. A lot of people and I say that all the time, I know Tynia, but there are some times where she says She'll may think or want to do the exact opposite of what I think she may want to say or do. Mm-hmm. So, but like again, the only way I can know is if we have that conversation.
Have the conversation.
So this is,
and that's with everyone in your life.
Yeah, exactly. You know? So this is a great tool, and like Tynia was saying earlier, they're different. Some of the topics, they're family, intimacy, just for fun, which is the one we were doing, our story. So there's different topics that you can do for questions that you can ask. And like Tynia said, there are other tools on the Anatomy of Marriage app that you could use. With the clearing structure is a really great one, just to kind of help you talk through conflict. Right, is a great one. And so again, like I said, we're not getting anything from this. This is just a tool that we use that we wanted to share with you. And like I said, check out the Anatomy of Marriage podcast, and just another place, another resource for great information and strategy for relationships. So yep. No, got anything else?
No, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, we're gonna do more of that.
Maybe we can do one question a show or two questions a show.
That's a good idea.
We can make it a segment.
That's a good idea.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Well, this is Glenn and Tynia Coleman reminding you that
your marriage matters.
We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.